just on that, we've now seen a second wave of attacks heading towards Iran. We again need to look at the depth of it and the breadth of those attacks. But what's your thoughts about that?
Well, thank you so much. But I heard the conversation in the previous session, and I value a lot of the opinions that were given. I can contribute with at least two things. Number one is the geopolitical discussion that preceded this attack or this wave of attack. We don't know if it's going to be a wave or it's going to be more than a wave. And there were conversations in Washington between the Israelis and the U.S. authorities. And it has been, according to our sources, according to what was published in the media, an agreement or a kind of a protocol that if there are attacks, the targets would be military. But that's very wide. And that will have to exclude the nuclear, will have to exclude also the oil infrastructure. So, but if an oil infrastructure somewhere was hit, probably this was part of what the Israelis think it is a military use and not a civilian use. So let's not imagine that there will be waves, in my view, of course, bombardment of the entire nuclear system of Iran, the entire oil field of Iran. That is not the case at this point in time. So yes, the agreement was that if needed, that's the American side, to the Israeli side, you could target those who actually attacked you. That's the logic. Now, what the Israelis decided, I don't know if they're going to do that much or beyond or below. But second point that is important, yes, we've seen, if we analyzed the targeting by the Israelis, it has three impacts on three places. And that is not the entire map. We discussed if there will be a second wave, third wave. I'll share my opinion as how it works in Israel at least, and of course in Iran. You have many experts on that. There were attacks on basically the Sepah Pasdaran centers, not the entire system, some of them. There were attacks on anti-aircraft missiles or other than missiles. And there were attacks on ballistic missiles. So if you look at those three zones, you will understand that the next waves, if there will be, not now necessarily or now and later, it will be those three sectors. Sector number one are the ballistic-based missiles that are targeting the Israelis, approved by the Americans. Sector number two basically is the air defenses. They want to open what they call couloir. They want to open spaces where they can a second wave or a third wave target, meaning they want to empty some of the lines around Tehran to see from where they're going to have the corridor for their planes or drones or others. But the most important one, in my view, and that should be the focus of analysis, what does the Israeli want from the IRGC? Is this a wave that would be a warning to them, or this is a wave to degrade them? Because what I assess, other than what I've heard in my sources, is that the plan, basically the Israeli plan, is to connect with the inside of Iran. Meaning the more they degrade the Revolutionary Guard, the more the Israeli projection, probably this is an Arab projection as well, would believe that there will be action against the regime by the opposition. Of course, now it's really early. We can't even judge on that. And last point, the system of deciding will there be a second and third wave. The intelligence community usually present plans to the Prime Minister of Israel. It's open information. And then they are approved. But then during the operation itself, there is a couple war rooms. One is military and one is intelligence. And of course, the Prime Minister or whomever is after the Prime Minister will be in their bunker or in the location and would assess the operation by itself. They will be the ones who give the order, okay, second wave. They will be the ones who would say, let's change and then go to plan B, so on and so forth. So we are really early. I don't even think that we can even get to the conclusion of what the strategic objective of Israel in this retaliation, knowing that some among us, because we are analysts on the outside, believe it's really all geared towards publicity, meaning, yeah, we're going to have a limited operation and then we're going to go back so nobody's going to accuse us of this or that on both sides. But the bigger plan we can't see. It's in the hands of either the Israeli command or the Iranian command. That's my...
breaking news. Some more breaking news is... Oh, me, I was going to say your breaking news, actually. So let me read it. So, informed sources to Tasneem say, so far there has been no missile or strikes on IRGC military centers in the west or southwest of Tehran.